Gentleman. When a guy is a gentleman and is like nice and kind and gentlemanly, that's like, whoa, okay. Like, yes, please take my hand. Yes, okay. That opens the door.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's really true though. I feel like you guys just say that, but sometimes sometimes y'all girls are like, he's a little too nice for me. And so I just feel like y'all just say that just to say it, really. I feel like y'all really...
I will expound.
I feel like y'all are really attracted to, like, player dudes.
What?
Over gentlemen, if I'm being honest.
No. That's not true. But I will say...
Woo, I'm crying.
I think what
Look, Branson speaking the truth.
Who said that? Who said that?
See?
Branson.
Look at this. Branson speaking the truth. Facts. Everybody's facts. Straight facts.
Girls,
Okay,
let's be honest. Let the girls be honest. If a guy, there is a difference between. There's a happy medium.
Okay.
There's a happy medium.
First of all, ladies and gentlemen, we have got to shout out this young king, right? I think his name is Branson, trying to get it right. But we have got to give this young brother credit where credit is due, and for a multitude of different reasons, right? When I watched this video, and we sit here and watch these young ladies, very popular young ladies, most of my audience may or may not know who they are because they come from like the Disney set and, the children's stuff that they have over on Disney Channel. I think it was Disney. But Chloe and Halle, they have a lot of influence, right? Very beautiful young ladies, by the way. What's interesting is one of them was dating a rapper by the name of Gunna, Gunna, right? And this brother, Gunna, is in jail as we speak on RICO charges, along with Young Thug. And for anybody who don't know who they are, please just do your research. They're rappers. They're basically charged for being the leaders of a group called YSL, and apparently these individuals were caught doing some nefarious things, okay? Plain and simple. But back to the topic of conversation. One of the young ladies, whichever sister it is dating a rapper that is in jail as we speak. But yet and still, they come on here and they make this video about how women want to be with the nice guys, the guys that are nice to them. And a young brother in the background like, yeah, I ain't falling for it, boo. I kind of feel like they want to deal with the player types, right? Or that women don't necessarily like nice guys. They're just saying that shit. And when he said it, you can see the look on these girls' face like, oh my God, confused as shit. And they're like, oh, well, let me clarify. Then all the people in the chat apparently were saying, yo, Brand over here speaking facts and shit, and look at what he's saying, man. He's killing it. Yo, this young brother is over here speaking the truth. And all of them were like, oh my God. And then they were like, the girls were fucking confused. Chloe and Halle were hella confused. They were like, yo, where the women at? Where the women at to defend us? Looking for women to defend them. And he kept saying, yo, look, man, everybody's agreeing with me. And they were confused, and they kept trying to backtrack. Again, it's a short clip, but it seemed as though they were trying to backtrack and or change their thoughts. And she was like, oh, there has to be a happy medium, right? There has to be a happy medium. Nah, let's keep it a buck. The majority of women aren't looking for nice guys because there is a such thing as being too nice. Right? Now, what makes this situation so significant for me, and I think that a lot of my brothers can attest to this, what makes this situation so significant for me is the simple fact that he has the environment to be influenced the wrong way. AKA, he is the younger brother to two older sisters. Now, I'm not sure if there's a father figure involved, and I'm not sure if there might be an older brother or something that could be influential as well. But let's, for face value, think that it's just him and his two older sisters. It's easy to see how he could be influenced the wrong way. Yo, you looking up to your older sisters to see how or listen to or get advice from, potentially, on what women are looking for. You would think although this is the craziest thought on humanly possible, you would think that women would give you the best advice on how to date women or get women. Not all the time. Okay, let's keep it a buck. Not all the time. So he has the ability to be influenced negatively in regards on how to deal with women, right? But he stood his ground, he said his piece, and everything he said was basically backed up by people who were listening to them. And the girls, like I said, man, they were hella confused. Like, oh my God, they actually agreed with him. Now they're trying to backtrack or trying to change their thoughts. But in reality, ladies and gentlemen, these women aren't out here looking for the nice dudes. Not really, okay? Now, on top of that, I want to give you a little tidbit of information about my life. For those that have been a part of the channel, pardon me, but those that have been a part of the channel for a period of time, I've shared this story with you probably a handful of times. So you would have had to have been around to hear me tell you this. But my parents got divorced when I was around 10 years of age. My brother stayed with my dad, and I ended up moving back with my mom, right? So for the developmental years of my life, right, the critical years of my life, we're talking 3rd, 4th grade up until I graduated high school, I was basically raised by 3 women. That would be my mother, my grandmother, and my auntie, right? So during those developmental transitional years of my life, it could have been very easy for me to get persuaded in a negative way, or to allow myself to take advice from the 3 older women in my life on how to deal with women. The funny thing about it is, every woman in my life has been hella protective of me. So, depending on how you look at it, my mother would, if I was dating or if I was talking to anybody, regardless of what the fact is, my mother was very scrutinizing of any woman that I was ever talking to. Because that's just her motherly ways, right? You're not going to take advantage of my son. So, it kind of got to the point where you could tell that your mother was doing it for the best interest of you as her son. She wasn't just going to give you advice to deal with the young lady for some woman code type shit and allow a woman to take advantage of me in any way, shape, or form. Same with my auntie, same with my grandmother. So, with that being said, I still kind of fell into a little bit of a nice guy way. I'm genuinely a nice dude. I'm not an asshole most of the time. You know what I'm saying? I kind of consider myself a pretty decent guy, right? But when I moved with my father, like I said, when I went to the Philippines for the first time, when I moved over there with my father, I did something, and my father said, don't you ever do this ever again, right? Trying to be a nice guy and shit, pulling out chairs and shit, and what was it I did? I can't remember exactly off the top of my head. I think that I was trying to be catering to an extent, right? And I will admit, these are the experiences in my life that have changed me into the type of person I am today. So that's why I'm not afraid to share these particular experiences. Because again, all experiences definitely make you a better person, and they should. Or you should use the experiences from your past to learn from them and never do them again. Now, granted, for me, what I learned in that situation was, you don't have to be this nice guy. You don't have to go out on a limb and be overly nice to people, or especially young ladies, in order to get their attention, because if you are like that and you do give them all of your attention, you're going to lose. Again, something that you have to learn. But what I also learned, and what I want to transition this into, because a lot of guys have asked me this question, is, Doc, how do nice guys fare abroad, right? How do nice guys get around abroad? And I'm like, well, that's a very interesting question, and sometimes I'm very hesitant to answer it, because you never want to give them the wrong information, but you know what it is that's true for you, and you hope that whatever is true for you can, from the general landscape, be true for most men when they go abroad. You don't have to be an asshole to women abroad to get women. You don't have to be an asshole abroad to get women. You don't have to be the bad guy or the guy who puts women down in order to keep their attention. Some of the things that they taught us over here in the West. You don't have to do that. But let me say this. Although they are very receiving of the nice guy mentality, what will tend to happen, and I guess this is in any situation dealing with any type of woman, but what will tend to happen is they're going to push the envelope on just how nice you are. They're going to ask for shit, 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 until you tell them no, right? So you can be a nice guy, but you got to know your limits, man. You got to know when to say no, because they will keep pushing the envelope until you tell them, nah, I ain't gonna do that for you, right? Until you tell them no, you'll never understand who's in it to win it, who's in it with you, and etc. like that. Especially when it comes to being a nice guy with a nice personality. I don't believe that you get around well or you get off well being an asshole abroad, right? A lot of guys think you have to be this nonchalant, like just stick up your ass type of dude with this energy wherein I'm the biggest, baddest motherfucker on the planet. Like you feel like you have to have that type of bravado when you go abroad. Sometimes it's a very big turnoff for these women abroad because that's not the type of behavior that they're used to dealing with. But yet and still, niceness comes at a cost if you allow it to go unchecked. If you allow your niceness to go unchecked and saying, yo, am I just doing this just to be nice, to try to get this girl's attention, blah, blah, blah. Yes, that could hurt you. It could hurt you in so many ways. But if you want to hear any more about it, man, I'll be glad to let you know, man. That was just kind of like a quick conversation I wanted to have. But yes, let's salute this young king. Let's definitely salute what he had to say because, yes, he is 100,000% correct. In the West, dealing with modern women in this modern world, the nice guys, that shit don't work. And you women can try to fucking give us all types of answers to try to, deflect or whatever you need to do to try to make that a reality for yourself, but it's not going to work for us, man. We know that y'all don't fuck with us like that if we're that nice. The nice guys are not the nice guys. The nice guys are not the guys that you actually want. Right? If you enjoyed this video, man, make sure you like, subscribe, share, do all that good jazz, man. If you want to support the channel in any capacity, there's a heart in the corner. Thank you button. Doc would highly appreciate that one. If you want to drop a couple dollars on the Good Docs books, Cash App, PayPal, you already know what it is. Description area below. Love y'all. Appreciate y'all. Doc's on to the next one. Y'all take care. Y'all stay blessed, man. Doc is out. Peace.